What's going on, YouTube world? I'm back with another great video for you guys today. My name is Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. That's my nickname. Appreciate you guys for tuning into the channel today. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button if you're rocking with me. Turn on the post notifications too, so you don't miss a video. You don't want to get caught like in these streets, guys. This is the channel to be in the summer of 2019 and pretty much the rest of your life, if you choose to do that, okay? But either way, I'm getting right to things. We're previewing the Texas Longhorns football schedule in 2019-2020. I'm going to go where I see some wins and some losses for this Texas football team in 2019-2020. I'll go game by game, give a record prediction for Texas, and I'll see if they can potentially compete for a Big 12 title. Okay, so look, before I do get to that, if you love other teams besides Texas, if you love NFL teams even, okay, I have an NFL 2019-2020 record prediction playlist where I'm going to predict all 32 NFL teams. I obviously haven't gotten to all teams yet, but I've gotten to a couple. So if you're interested in some NFL content, be sure to check out that playlist on my channel. Also check out my 2019-2020 college football record prediction playlist. I previewed Auburn, Texas A&M, Michigan State, Oklahoma. You get the point. I previewed some teams. Be sure to check that out if you're interested in other teams besides Texas football. Link will be down in the description, or you can just check it out on my channel. Okay, but either way, get right to things. Texas had a pretty good year last year. Okay, Texas went 10-4. You honestly could have did a little bit better even than last year. Okay, you actually could have had a better record than last year. You lost at Maryland. I don't know what you were doing, but hey, my Buckeyes almost lost to Maryland, so no shame, particularly in that. Well, spoiler alert, it's still some shame. But either way, I don't know what you were doing that game. You did lose at Oklahoma State. That was a little bit of an upset win. You did lose to Virginia last year as well. Really no shame in losing that game at home. Will Greer, I mean, that team was very good in Virginia. West Virginia was a top 10 team to me all year last year. You also did lose to Oklahoma ultimately in the Big 12 title game. But you turned around and in the Sugar Bowl laid the smackdown on them Georgia Bulldogs, man. I was so happy. I got tired of hearing these Georgia fans crying, saying, we should be in the playoffs. Playoff committee, put us in. We're a top 4 team, even though we lose all our big games. Put us in. I was so happy Texas won that game. I was so hyped. Kobe Williams, boy, your team's overrated. Okay, but either way, I'm not getting into all that. All right, look, listen. Texas, can you potentially compete for the Big 12 title this year? Can you make the college football playoffs? I think you're going to be in the mix, but let's look at some things. You only return 3 starters on defense. You only return 5 on offense. So it's a lot of moving parts this year, but hey, I mean, Tom Herman, I like him as a head coach. I think he's an elite head coach. You've recruited very well. You got a top 5 recruiting class coming this year. I mean, you're going to be playing some babies this year, but man, those babies talented, okay? You have some real serious talent in this football team. And, obviously Sam Ehlinger is a Heisman hopeful potentially this year. I like him a lot. I think he's a very good quarterback. And if Texas is going to have any success at beating Oklahoma and winning a Big 12 title, it's going to rely on Sam Ehlinger being very, very good in 2019. So without further ado, without wasting any more time, I'm going to get right into the Texas Longhorns football schedule. Look, the first 3 games, LA Tech, LSU, a top 10 team to me. You get both those teams at home, and then you play at Rice. I think you'll beat Rice and LA Tech easily. I mean, those teams are irrelevant. But that LSU game, man. I'm going to give you the win. I'm going to give you the win. I don't know how I feel about this game. Look, LSU to me is a more experienced team. They have a very good secondary. Grant Dilpin is very good. They just landed the #1 cornerback in the 2019 class. I mean, they lose some players on defense in Devin White and Greedy Williams, but man, that LSU defense is stacked with talent. They have 4-star players. They have 5-star players all over the field. I mean, they're pretty much DBU outside of Ohio State and maybe Florida, okay? So they're a very good team. Joe Burrow to me is a very good quarterback. He's not a very good quarterback. He's a decent quarterback, but I think he's going to play very good this year. They obviously brought in the New Orleans Saints assistant, Joe Brady, to coach the wide receivers and run part of the offense. So I think that, listen, people forget Joe Burrow got onto campus literally in late July to early August. He didn't even get the full playbook down early in the year. So I think in the offseason with Joe Burrow potentially getting that full playbook down, I think LSU can steal a game, but you get him at home. I don't feel good about this. I'm going to give you the win, but look out for this game. I'm only picking Texas because you're at home. I think Sam Ehlinger makes a play or two that Joe Burrow just doesn't make. I don't feel good about this, but hey, you get the win there. Okay, but next couple games. Oklahoma State at home, at West Virginia, Oklahoma in Dallas. Okay, I think you'll be, I think you'll be 2-1 after those games, okay? In that stretch, you'll go 2-1. Oklahoma State, you lost to them last year. I think you get revenge versus them this year. They lose a couple players. They do have an NFL wide receiver. I forget his name. I think it's Taylor Wallace. Yeah, Taylor Wallace. He's a stud, but, I think Texas is just a better team this year. They'll win that game. Look, at West Virginia, you do have to play them on the road, but West Virginia loses pretty much their entire team this year, okay? Look, Will Greer, he's an excellent quarterback. I think if the Carolina Panthers give him a chance in the NFL, he'll do some good things. He's a great player. They lost David Stills. They lost Gary Jennings. Dana Holgerson, their head coach from last year, is gone. They're bringing in a new head coach. I think this is more of a transition year for West Virginia University. I actually almost went to West Virginia University. It's a very good school, very good football program. I am heading to the University of Toledo, so if you're a Toledo Rockets fan or you're going to the University of Toledo or you live in Northern Ohio, hit your boy up. Ghiman Mckinney, Juice, whatever you want. Just tell me in the comment section. Either way, getting off topic. I think you'll win that game. West Virginia loses too much talent. I think you'll lose to Oklahoma. Look, Oklahoma to me, can you beat them in Dallas? Yes, but Jalen Hurts is a pretty good quarterback. I mean, he dominated Alabama. He's only lost, 2 games as a starter, 2 or 3 games as a starter. I mean, he's a very good quarterback. I think he'll thrive in Lincoln Riley's system, okay? They got CeeDee Lamb. They did lose Marquise Hollywood Brown, but they did bring in the number 1 wide receiver in Jaden Hasselwood. They also brought the number 3 wide receiver this year in 2019. So Oklahoma's offense is not going to be lacking in any way, shape, or form. And look, Oklahoma's defense, as much as I bury them, as much as I bury that defense, as much as that defense sucks, okay, that defense is terrible. It can't get any worse than it was last year. And, they made some strides at the end of the year. You only scored 27 points, I believe, or something like that. I think 27 or 24 points. Forgive me if I'm wrong in the Big 12 title game. That Oklahoma defense, actually, at the end of the year last year, made some strides. They returned 10 starters on defense. Their defense naturally will get better. I think the combination of their defense naturally getting better, just by a little bit. It can't get any worse. I mean, that defense was historically bad last year. I think Jalen Hurts is a pretty good quarterback. I think Lincoln Riley is a pretty good head coach. And look, Texas, I don't think that you're quite there yet this year to beat Oklahoma. You could beat them, but hey, it's whatever. I'm going to pick Oklahoma in this game. The next couple games, Kansas at home, at TCU. Then you get Kansas State at home. I think you'll beat Kansas. I mean, Kansas is one of the worst Power 5 teams. I think you'll win at TCU. I think you'll beat Kansas State. Look, TCU's a decent team, but they used to be a top 10 program a couple years ago. I think back in 2014, 2015, they were a top 10 team. But that program's kind of on the downfall this year. They're a little bit, on the downfall. They haven't really been ranked in a while. TCU's on the downfall. I think that you'll win that game pretty easily, actually. Kansas State, never a terrible team, but you get them at home, you'll win that game. So the next couple games, the next 3 games, the last 3 games of the year, at Iowa State, at Baylor, at Texas Tech at home, okay? Got you going 2-1 in that stretch. I'm high on Iowa State this year. Look, it's not that I'm saying Iowa State's necessarily a better team than you. I don't think that. But Iowa State, I think this year is going to be very good. I think they're going to pile some wins. Their schedule is so easy. I mean, their schedule is very, very easy. The fact that you play them at Iowa State worries me. And you only beat them by... the game was competitive when you played them last year, okay? I think you catch a loss there. You actually barely beat Kansas last year. So, while Texas had a 10-win season last year, a lot of those wins were a little bit closer than I thought they should be. I think you get into some trouble. You lost to Oklahoma State last year on the road. I mean, you lost to Maryland on the road. There's no reason you can't lose to Iowa State. Iowa State's going to be a top 20 team all year, pretty much for me. They might compete for a Big 12 title game. Shout out to Joe Skates from the 937. You already know, baby. But look, unfortunately, Texas fans, I could see you beating Iowa State, but I don't see it this year. You lose too many parts on defense. You lose too many parts on offense for me. Sam Ehlinger is good, but he can't make it for all that. The final 2 games, you'll beat Baylor at Baylor. They do have a decent quarterback that I like, but not a very good team. You'll beat them. And then you'll beat Texas Tech at home. Texas Tech is a decent team, but they do lose Cliff Kingsbury, their coach from a year ago. Texas Tech never an elite team year to year. You'll beat them at home, but hey, look, 10-2. I think Texas is a year away. I don't see them making the college football playoffs this year. Potentially, maybe, if you win the Big 12. I mean, I think Iowa State actually might get to the Big 12 title game now that you guys lose to them. But hey, we don't know. Maybe you get to the Big 12 title game. I think you might. But hey, win or lose the Big 12, I don't see a 2-loss team getting in the playoffs this year. I just don't, okay? So, to wrap things up, I got Texas going 10-2. You lose a lot of talent, okay? I could see you going 9-3 with that LSU win. LSU loss. I could see you losing to LSU. But you get them at home. It's a pretty favorable schedule. You could be Oklahoma and Dallas. Got a pretty good quarterback in Sam Ehlinger. That Iowa State game's tough. You might win that game. You might lose that game. I don't know. But hey, I think 10-2 is pretty solid. Combining the fact that you lose so many players, the fact that I think you're just a year away. You're about a year away. Next year, Texas, you might run the table next year. There's a lot of talent on this team. I just think you're about a year away. I like this team. Like I said, you just lose too much talent for me to say that you're going to win 11 games. You're going to go undefeated. You're going to beat Oklahoma. You're going to beat Iowa State. I just can't see it. But Texas, you're going to be very good. You're going to be a top 10 team pretty much all year. And hey, you potentially still could win the Big 12. But hey, college football playoffs, maybe if a two-loss team sneaks in. But hey, we'll see. But I think honestly 10-2 in the regular season at least is a very solid year for Texas. That's a wrap for this video. Be sure to like the video if you're rocking me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. Turn on the post notifications so you don't want to miss a video, guys. Okay, you don't want to miss a video. It is my favorite thing in the world to do, to make these YouTube videos for you guys. I'm potentially looking to go to ESPN or Fox Sports 1 or a big-time network in the future when I get older, when I get out of college. It's my plan. I want to become a sports analyst. I want to become like a Stephen A. Smith. I want to become like a Colin Cowherd or something like that. So just help me grow this channel. I might turn it into a big-time network when I get older. I don't know, but hey, I'm building a little something here, so just help this channel grow. Tell your friends about my channel. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Just help me grow. Subscribe to the channel, like all the videos. I love making content for you guys. It's my favorite thing in the world to do. It's my favorite hobby. I like to do nothing other than make sports videos on YouTube and give you guys great sports analysis and takes. Appreciate you guys for tuning in today. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney. I'm Ghost. Have a blessed day, you guys, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.